Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brownie and I'm one half of the Indecisive Readers. Today I'm here to do a quick book haul. I didn't expect to be doing another book haul, but the last one was like gifted books. These are charity books. Basically I'm kind of always on a low-key book buying ban, and yeah, I don't have much restraint when it comes to kind of special edition and charity shop books, because charity shop books are only like £1 and then special editions are special editions. So yeah, they're the things I break it for, but I just thought I'd jump in and show you some of the ones I've done. I don't know if I can make this into like a book haul and vlog or what, but we will see. I'm just doing the talking now. So I'm starting this video because a few weeks ago, well probably about a month ago, maybe over a month ago, I went into a charity shop and saw a couple of books in there. I was like, oh, should I get that? And then I was like, oh, here's some more, and basically I brought all of these for £10. Now in some ways it's good, because if they were full price books you would not get all of these for £10, but like charity shops around here seem to be about £1, £1.50 for a book, which isn't expensive but isn't 50p for a book. But just thought I'd show you. So the first one I have is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. This is like the old cover. I know they've redesigned them, and it's a fantasy retelling of Beauty and the Beast, but with this girl called Feyre who accidentally kills a fairy and kind of ends up in the fairy realm as punishment, and then she falls in love because Beauty and the Beast retelling, and has to go through some kind of trials to find her way out again. I did read this from the library actually. It's one of those series where I'm like, I don't want to buy them, but if I, oh no, that's not coming off, but if I see them cheap in a charity shop or if they're available in a library, I would read them. And I'm like that with the other ones. I think I want to actually like read the other one because I think the next one is a bit sexy, and that's not the reason why I want to own it, but like I just don't want to listen to it, and I listened to the first one as like an actual book. But yeah, it does have like a kind of sticky coffee stain, which apparently you can scratch off. I haven't done, but that was only £1, and I do like these covers. But that's the first one. The next one, which is my best one so far, well, I've got two favourite like charity finds, but this one is the special collector's exclusive edition of A Dark Shade of Magic by B.E. Schwab. I've got no idea what it's about. I think it's a world with 4 different Londons. There's black, white, red, or maybe it's 3. Gold, silver, colourless, pink. Different Londons, and you can kind of travel through them. And yeah, so this is the special edition, which was exciting on its own because it was £1.50. and usually is about £20. But if you slide this off, there is character art underneath, which is very cool. And also there's that, I don't know who that is. Is it Kel who has the coat? I think that's the first line actually. Let's see, is it Kel who has the coat? Kel wore a very peculiar coat, so it must be Kel in the coat. And yeah, for £1.50, well, for any price I'd be pleased to buy this, but for £1.50 I was especially pleased, and it's in really good condition. And so there must be someone who's bookish around here, because otherwise all of these wouldn't be around. So another 3 I got, I don't know which order they are, but 3 books by Shauna Maguire. There's Beneath the Sugar Sky, Down Among the Sticks and Bones, and In an Absent Dream. I know these are 2 to 4, no, yeah, 2 to 4 of the kind of Wayward Children series, but I don't know where the first one was, which was disappointing. But I got the rest of these for £4.50. No idea what they're about. I think they're all like a collection of short stories, and I actually have the first one on loan from the library at the moment, so I'm sure I will pick up at some point because it's weird to have just these 3. But yeah, £4.50 for 3 books is not bad. Then I picked these 2 up together. I mean, I picked them all up together, but I picked these 2 up because they're both by Renia Day, and I've read I read the first one in the Beautiful series, didn't love it, but have heard better things about it. This is a retelling of 1001 Nights, I think. It's got really pretty end pages. It has deckled edges, not that you can see. I like the cover, and I like the kind of cut out bit, but it's not actually cut out. I think it's very clever and it's very pretty, and I have heard good things. There is a big romance, but there we go. And then this one, I've got no idea. Maybe it's about a phoenix. It says samurai, so I assume it's kind of based on kind of Japanese mythology. But yeah, picked it up because they were there and I didn't want to miss out because I have heard good things about her as an author, so yeah. And then after that I decided I wanted to go to all the charity shops. I basically have FOMO of walking past a charity shop and like missing an exclusive edition or a kind of hardback of the City of Brass or something that's not commonly available, and when it is available it is like £100, and so I have to go in every charity shop I walk past. So the next one I went to, I picked up Wild Like Me and Wild About the Girl by Louise Pentland. Not usually ones I pick up, not usually ones I'd pick up even if they weren't reduced, but I was vaguely in a kind of romancy mood when I was doing this, and I think this is about like a single mum and her daughter, and I think that's a really interesting story, and I am looking forward to reading them. I just don't know when I will. Come on, you better not dribble. Better not dribbling on my books now. That same day I also, well no, that same day in the same deal I also picked up On the Other Side by Carrie Hope Fletcher. Again, no idea, absolutely no clue what this one's about. But this one, the last two and the next one were all on like buy four for £1, so I picked it up. I think it's the one I was least interested in, mostly because I literally have no idea what it's about. But can you stop, because you will dribble on my books. I know you're a happy cat. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what it's about, but whether I read it or not, but the thing is I can't even tell you what it's about because there's no cover. I like the end pages though. Ew, you're damp. I assume it's romance. It looks like a romance. Can you stop dribbling on my books? Max, come here. There you go. The final one in that deal was Pedigree Mum by Fiona Gibson, which I assume is about a woman mum who gets a dog, a stray husband, a town of posh pooches, kind of crazy rescue dog, mend a broken heart. So your tail is right in the way. So again, romance, kind of cute, kind of women's fiction. What's it called? Oh, Max. It is called women's fiction, isn't it? Which is like a terrible thing. It's like, men can't read this. Men can't read soft and happy things. But yeah, like I said, I was vaguely in the mood for it. I'm not currently, so it's not high on my list, but they did sound kind of cute. So yeah, those four were for £1. Now on the same day, I also picked up, in the same shop actually, I picked up Crossfire by Mallory Blackman, which is book 3, book 2. No, there's a mug in there, you're going to break that. Which is book something. Mags! Which is book something in the Noughts and Crosses series. Now, I watched the series. I think, yeah, I did finish it. It was a weird ending. I watched the series. Have one of the other books, but pick this one up because I like the cover, but also it is signed. It has like, there's a word for these, but I can't think what they're called. They're like, not tie it. I'll find out what they're called and I'll write it down. But yeah, I picked it up. It was £1 again, so I would like to read them because they do seem like very, very interesting and kind of poignant books. My next load are, again, some of my favourite ones I found. So the first one I found was for 50p and it was Clean by Juno Dawson. That's very shiny. Yeah, the whole thing is the whole thing is holographic, and it's the first book in a kind of not series, you know, where they're kind of like all related, all in the same topic but not kind of actually related. And I have read the second one, which is Meat Market, and I really enjoyed it. I thought that was like so impactful, and I assume from the cover it's about drug addiction, so not an easy book, but an important book for there to be out there. And it's like it's a young adult series, so I think that's interesting, the fact that this is out there for them. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to reading it because I did really enjoy Meat Market when I read it. The same day, also for 50B, oh, I'm so happy with it, is The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. This is the paperback, and I love the paperback. It's the old cover, and so it's got kind of page running through London, at least I assume that's page running through London, but it's like spotless. The spine isn't broken, the pages look great. Oh, just I'm very much excited for this. I read it last year, didn't love it, but the fourth one's coming out, and like I've kind of got a new excitement for it, so I'm hoping to reread it this month, the whole series. Well, not the whole series, I'm hoping to start rereading them this month before like the next one comes out. And yeah, this is a kind of ongoing young adult, new adult kind of fantasy, sci-fi kind of dystopian genre about an alternative future where clairvoyance and ghosts and that kind of thing exist, and they are hunted down like witches were, but in kind of modern day, slightly futuristic London, and that's really bad. But I'm very excited to have it. Sam has the original covers of the original series because I brought him the third one, and now the new covers are coming back. And I really want to get the Bone Season, but they didn't do the songwriting in this, so I did think yesterday that like I could just get a normal paperback and paint it purple. But then they also might bring out, I don't know, but I really like the idea of painting it purple actually. So we'll see. But this was 50B again, and I'm ever so happy. I was texting everyone being like, look at this, look how cool this is. Can you hear her? Hi everyone, so I'm just checking in a couple of days later. I was editing the video this morning and realised I forgot to mention a couple of the books. So I'm back here to do so. A lot of my videos are like this, half-hearted they are. Not half-hearted, but of parts. So the first one I picked up was Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I don't really know what this is about, but, well, I was going to say, but I know it's historical fiction, but I didn't even know that until I brought it, and someone was like, oh yeah, I love historical fiction. I was like, oh, it's historical fiction. I really just picked it up because it's one of those ones that everyone was talking about and everyone was recommending, so I mean, I'm not surprised it was in a charity shop because everyone was reading it, but it's really good condition. The spine isn't broken, the cover still looks really nice, the cover just generally looks really nice. It's such a pretty cover, and yeah, looks brand new, so I'm very pleased with this for £1. The other one I got the same day also looks brand new, possibly it was red, but looks very good. Is Magnus Chase and the Hammer of Thor by Rick Riordan. This is the second one in the Magnus Chase series, but it is one I am planning on reading, and so when I saw this for £1, I was like, I'm gonna pick it up because I want to read it, because it's one that Sam really recommends. I think I don't know if he recommends over the Percy Jackson one, but he's always like, you should read this, you should read this, and so I'm on the way to reading it. I just don't have the one that I can actually start reading it with, so I'm not really on the way at all, am I? But I could probably borrow it from the library. But anyway, books, there we go. I will see you later. Anyway, the final kind of load of charity shop books I've got, I haven't been able to go in for a while, which is pretty good for my bank account, but I've got a job and so I'm working during the week and through the days, and it makes me very sad. I can't just like go to the charity shops anymore. But when we were in Cambridge, my FOMO came back and I dragged Sam into like every charity shop we went past. Didn't always find stuff. We found like the whole Septimus Heap series, and I find it really hard to walk past them because I want to pick them up, but they didn't have the one I wanted. And yeah, so we walked past one and we found, I'm gonna have to like put it up on the screen because Sam has it, we found Pretending by Holly Bourne. We found like a hardback of it, and I was planning on buying the paperback and probably still will because the rest of my Holly Bourne collection is in paperback, but I'd read the book last month, really enjoyed it, and so knew I had to own it physically, and there's no point waiting for the paperback to come out and it be £7.99 when you can buy a hardback for £1. It's about this girl called April who hasn't had a lot of luck in love when she's been herself, and so basically decides she's going to what's the word, project herself as this wonderful ideal woman called Gretel, and just kind of enact revenge on men. And obviously when she does this, she accidentally starts to fall in love with the guy that she's decided is going to be the poor guy who has to put up with all her essentially ghosting. No, catfishing. Is it catfishing? Not quite, but it's still not good. Also, when we went out, we went to another charity shop, and it wasn't an expensive charity shop, but it wasn't a cheap charity shop. Like I said, you expect paperbacks to be like 20-50p, and you expect hardbacks to be about £1, £1.50. Now this one, hardbacks were £2 and paperbacks were £1.50, which again isn't expensive, and it's for a charity, so you don't want to say like it was really expensive, but also it is secondhand generally, but then again they're quite good copies. Anyway, so the first one I have, the only one I have because Sam does have the other two, is Girl with a Loud Voice by Abby Dara, which is I don't know what it is, like a historical fiction, just like a fiction about this girl who really wants to go to school but lives in a culture where women can't, and she ends up being someone's like third wife or something. And so I assume it's not necessarily an easy book, but when I first saw it in Waterstones it really caught my eye, and this is actually the American or Canadian hardback, but I was very pleased to find it and I definitely had to pick it up. Then whilst we were there were also a couple of paperbacks we saw. The first was The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. Not a clue what this one's about, if I'm honest. I just have read what's it called, With the Fire on High by her, and I really enjoyed it, and Sam has been looking at this one for a while, so we picked it up and I gave it to him because he'll read it first and there's no point me adding to my piles of unread books, which he also has, but also he had a suitcase and I only had a backpack, so he had more room, so I made him take it. And I also made him take Red Rising by Piers Brown, which again, not a clue, but I actually think it's sci-fi, which confuses me because the cover looks more fantasy, but it's kind of one of those series I vaguely heard a lot of people talk about and vaguely heard lots of people say it's good, so hi everyone, so I'm just checking in for a final time before this video ends because I have gone to one bookshop since I started filming it, and before this video goes up I doubt I will get to another charity shop before it goes up because I'm working during the week, which makes me very sad. But I did pick up on Saturday The Book of Life by Deborah Harkness, which is the sequel to A Discovery of Witches. I think it's the second one in the series, and I don't really know what it's about. It says on the back about the world of witches, demons and vampires is dangerously threatened. Now I obviously don't want to read any more than that because spoilers, because second book. I do believe I would like the first one, and therefore I saw the second one for £1.50, and this is over 600 pages, so why wouldn't I pick it up? There are actually a lot of books I wanted to pick up whilst I was there, but I was at Sam's and I thought I'm gonna have to get them home, and so I was very good and I resisted. But yeah, this is the one I picked up. But yeah, that is my quick fire book haul for like 20 books. No, it's not. They are my charity shop books. Maybe it's 21. Anyway, they are the charity shop books. I do have a couple of others that I want to just mention. So this is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I've also got this, which is it's not upside down, which is Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson. They are both kind of classics, and like the kind of classics I want to dip into and try. They're quite short, and this is like the first sci-fi, which is quite monumentous, and it's written by a woman, and also it's quite a common story, and this I believe is like historical early lesbian fiction, and I'm just interested to read it. Is it, or is it real? Is it fiction or is it like her story? No, I don't know, but like these are both classics, and my friend's just moved to America for an for a job, and she said, well, I'm not going to read them again, at least not anytime soon, so she has given them to me, so I thought I'd include them because obviously I could put them in a normal book haul, but I haven't brought them, they were free, and yeah. So yeah, that is a book haul of however many books, X amount of books, and I am very pleased with all of them. Like I said, I might not necessarily read all of them anytime soon, probably definitely won't, because let's be honest, we're all bookworms and none of us read any of the books we're meant to read, but I just thought I'd show you what I got. And yeah, if you've read them or if you're planning on reading them, let me know. Either let me know what you thought, or let me know if you want to read them with me. Give this video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next video.